All right, welcome back to another hoop trick encyclopedia tutorial. And today we're going to be learning about neck hooping. So you can do neck hooping with a lightweight hoop or a medium-sized hoop. I do not recommend using a heavier, larger weighted hoop, okay? So really be focused on getting a smaller lightweight hoop if you're gonna try out this trick. Now, neck hooping is something that you can do very briefly if you have a larger hoop, but because there's so much risk in any type of neck injury related to doing neck hooping, I would just say as a good rule of thumb, the lighter the hoop, the smaller the hoop, the better it's gonna be. Now, if you do have a pre-existing condition in your neck, any bulging discs, herniated discs, if you were in an accident that caused some inflammation in the neck, if you've had any type of conditions in the past that would cause pain or tension in the neck area, then please use caution and perhaps avoid this trick, right? So unless you get clearance from your doctor, it may not be a good idea to even do this trick. And I say that because neck pain is a real thing. And a lot of Americans suffer from it, and I would never want anything as fun as hooping to get in the way of you being able to use your neck, okay? So I'm just gonna say it again. Please, if you have any pre-existing neck injuries, do not do this trick unless you get clearance from your doctor, okay? So let's dive in. So neck hooping can be done in a few different ways. You can do horizontal neck hooping, where you're still standing upright. You can have the hoop up overhead, maybe do some vortex, you know, bringing the hoop up and down. And at some point, you just bring the hoop down to the neck. And just like we do in waist hooping in the beginning, you may want to split the stance, do a little rock forward and back, maybe have the feet out to the side, do a little rock side to side, because that motion is what's going to help the hoop move around the neck. So you have to get a little bit more exaggerated in your movements because the neck isn't a body part that normally moves. Not really, when you think about it. So honestly, it is about stiffening up the lower body to an extent, grounding down through the heels, and even squeezing the glutes a little bit to find this stabilization moving forward and back or side to side, and creating this exaggerated expression to then help you keep the hoop up on the neck. All right, so that's horizontal neck hooping, right? That's pretty standard. You might have seen that before. And it's fun for if you are moving from on body to off body, if you're doing the vortex, lasso, anything like that, even a jump through, right? So you could do a jump through, bring it to the waist, and then bring it to the neck. You know, so there's a lot that you can do with just horizontal neck hooping. Now, if you want to explore vertical neck hooping, then you would start hooping on the hand with the hoop in a vertical plane. Once again, the hoop is in between the thumb and the index finger. And just relax the fingers. Don't let them get too extended, too in the zone, right? You want to keep the hand a little relaxed because you're going to take the hand out and bring the neck in. So you're looking for that opening. So as you slow it down, once again, you have to time ahead of the hoop. So if the hoop is over here, that's a good time to start bringing the neck in. That way, when the hoop is here, it can graze down on the neck and you can be in vertical neck hooping. So in this situation, I have the hoop in my right hand. I'm rotating it to the left, and then I'm bringing my neck in, and I'm bobbing my head up and down. Soft bend at the knees so you're not hyperextending at the legs. And you can do a few different things here. So with the hoop moving in this direction, I can draw my head and neck in, and then extend my head back as I extend my left arm, and then the hoop travels across the chest and into the left hand. So I'll show you that without talking so that you can get a whole feel for it. Oops, let's try that one more time. Okay, so that's somewhat of a half chest roll. You're putting the neck in, you're pulling it out very quickly, and then you're letting the hoop roll across the chest the arm, and into the hand. Once again, catch it in between the thumb and the index finger. Now, that one's a little bit more of an advanced trick, but I encourage you to try it because you'll surprise yourself with just how much flow you may have developed over the course of this series. So now's the time to start breaking out of your comfort zone a little bit. You know, it's okay to drop the hoop. It's okay to let it fly off and, you know, flail across the room. You know, as long as you have nothing in the room that's gonna break or be damaged by the hoop flying around, you're totally fine. Have fun with it. Go outside if you need to, you know, don't limit yourself by being inside and not feeling like you can explore these different movements, you know. We're getting to the point now in the series where you gotta just start exploring and expanding and finding different combos that you can thread together, okay? So another thing you can do with neck hooping in the vertical way is when you bring the neck in, just like we can do a pop with the hand, with the elbow, right? You can do the same thing with the neck. So you bring the neck in, and once the neck is inside the hoop, you're gonna bring the hoop right in between the back of the skull and the middle of the neck, use that little crevice there, and then pop the head up very slightly to let the hoop pop off of the neck. So that one's a little bit easier, and you might wanna explore that one first before extending the arm out, because it takes a little bit of that motion to get the hoop to come out, right? So you're just ducking the head in. And then extending an arm out so you can catch the hoop. That's the important part. In the beginning, it's okay if the hoop just falls on the ground. Just work on getting that motion of ducking the head in and then popping the head and neck so that the hoop pops up. All right, so simple as that. I waited a little bit longer in the series to introduce neck hooping, mostly because this one does require a bit more body awareness. It's on a part of our body that we don't usually use to work out or build muscle in. So it may feel a little awkward at first to use this part of the body in some of these tricks and movements. So I'm hoping that because you've been practicing all the other tricks, at this point you feel a lot more comfortable in your flow and finding that motion, that fluid movement to keep the hoop either going in a horizontal circle around the neck, right? Or in a vertical rotation, popping the head up or extending the arm out to get the hoop off of the neck and either onto the hand or elbow or whatever you choose. So this one's so much fun. I hope that you enjoy it. If not, if neck hooping is not for you, that's totally fine. You can skip this trick altogether. This is one of those tricks that some people just really like and some people do not. And you shouldn't feel bad if you don't like it. You know, this is your hooping journey and you don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. All right, so that's it for today. And keep practicing at least 10 minutes a day. I'm so excited for you to keep growing and expanding in your hooping journey. And I will see you on the next lesson.